Maria Montessori was born on August 31st, 1870, in Italy. Her father was an accountant and her mother was well educated and had a passion for reading. The Montessori family moved to Rome in 1870. A few years later, the young Montessori girl enrolled in the local state school. Breaking conventional barriers from the beginning of her education, Maria initially had aspirations to become an engineer. When Maria Montessori graduated secondary school, she became determined to enter medical school and become a doctor. Despite her parents' encouragement to enter teaching, Maria wanted to enter the male dominant sphere of medicine. After initially being refused entry, Maria was eventually given entry to the University of Rome in 1890, becoming the first woman to enter medical school in Italy. Despite facing many obstacles due to her gender, Montessori qualified as a doctor in July 1896. Dr. Montessori studied a variety of fields. She studied psychology and anthropology, which she specialized in child development. She established many of her theories based on the works of the scholar Froebel and the physician Jean Ichard and Edward Sequin. These people inspired her theories of sensory education. As Dr. Montessori began to work with these individuals, she began to think and create a curriculum for sensory education. Montessori developed a curriculum that utilized experience and hands-on manipulation of materials versus the direct instruction that typically now and then took place in schools. With these scholars and physicians, she was able to form the theories of education from working with special needs children in a particular technique known as sensory education. In this concept of teaching children, it was to experience the world by using the five senses and extending the input to thought processing that Montessori considered to be the most valuable asset to children's learning. Dr. Montessori claims that it is through movement and manipulation of the senses that children would gain knowledge of language, abstract thought, critical thinking, and problem solving skills, also math skills, independence, and practical life. This is an example of the Montessori classroom. There are multiple manipulatives, there are different stations and small groups for the children to work and play in. Dr. Montessori also believed in self-directing activity. She believed that students should guide in their own learning and the teacher is there to assist the students through their learning. You ask why this woman is so important. Dr. Montessori has created a curriculum for all children to be free in their learning. She's created a way for students to use their sensory in their education. She's created a curriculum where they can be free and guide their own instruction. She has created a curriculum so that the whole nation can have an example of this. As you can see, we even have our own school here in Richmond, Central Richmond, that allows our students to be free in their education. To Dr. Maria Montessori, education is more than just a chalkboard and a piece of chalk. It is guiding our students into their own education. It is guiding them. As the quote states, the greatest sign of success for a teacher is to be able to say the children are now working as if I did not exist. This is the way that Dr. Montessori showed us how to teach. She showed teachers that all we had to do was guide the students and then allow them to go ahead and take over their own learning.